Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel on another day roundup. Day 6 is done and dusted. We're going to get through the results. We're going to then talk about our player of the day, and I'll then give you my quick 5 predictions for the next day's play, which will be day 7. That will be our final roundup video, by the way, in terms of daily roundups, because we'll be going to the quarterfinals, and I'll then be doing specific preview videos for quarterfinals and, of course, post-match analysis as well. I might just do a whole quarterfinal preview, and it might even be live. Who knows? We'll see. But either way, there will be some sort of preview there for that. So keep an eye out for it. Before we get into it, remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you are new. If you're listening on a podcast platform, remember to leave a rating or review. They really do help, especially on Apple Podcasts. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or watching on Apple Podcasts, well, you'll just be listening. Then do leave a rating or review. It does help us out a great deal, I promise. And look, we're making some moves. So thank you very much, guys. Really do appreciate your support. Okay, let's get into it. Marin Cilic beat Dan Evans in 4 sets, and a very impressive win for the Croatian. I have to say that it was a very tight one, and Dan Evans might be a little bit disappointed because losing 7-6, 6-7, 6-2, 7-5 is a tight one. Obviously, that first set tiebreak was 13-11 as well. So, look, a valiant effort, but the former US Open champion came out on top in the end. Then we had Ivashka beat Masetti. That's a really good win for Ivashka because he lost in the first round of Winston-Salem, where he was the champion from last year. So the fact that he's managed to recover from that and then make this little run is quite impressive. And Masetti, it was good to see him make a little run here on a hard court Grand Slam because, you know, I've been the first person to level at him that he is, you know, a clay court specialist and needs to do more on the hard courts and grass courts and trying to adapt his game. And it's been good to see him try to do so. And Ivashka winning in 4 sets in the end, though. Tfo Beat Schwartzman, the home favorite. Tfo coming through 7-6, 6-4, 6-4. What a match. What a match. I saw Gil Crows on Twitter say that the first set between Tfo and Schwartzman was his favorite of the tournament so far in terms of a single set. So that is pretty impressive. And Tfo, look, you know, with the home crowd behind him, he genuinely is. Oh, well, I feel like with the crowd behind him, his level increases by about 5-10%. And that's pretty dangerous because he's already, you know, very talented and hard player to play against, to be honest with you, because of how tenacious he is. And then Alcaraz beat Brooksby in straight sets as well, 6-3, 6-3, 6-3. And then arguably the match of the day is Shapovalov versus Rublev, a 5-set thriller. And Rublev coming out on top in a final set tiebreaker. So could have gone either way. And I have to say that the biggest positive from this match is that both players, Rublev and Shapovalov, haven't been in the best of form this year. But both players ended up recording more winners than unforced errors in this, which is a really good thing because we know how erratic both can be and have been maybe as of late. So that was a positive. It was a pretty high level match from what I watched and heard as well. So that's, you know, great to see in 2 really offensive players. So there were, of course, a lot of winners, as I just noted. And also, you know, we would have seen some exciting points. So whoever watched that live in the stadium definitely got a treat, that's for sure. Cam Rory beat Holger Rune in straight sets. Great win for the Brit. And Holger Rune, good little run from him. And he'll continue to improve, of course, as he's so young. And then Medley Dev and Nick Curios are from the night before, both coming through in straight sets. They will meet today in a 4th round clash. If you haven't already, do check out our preview video that I've done for Curios versus Medvedev, where I break it down in terms of tactics, in terms of their head-to-head and how those have gone, especially given they've played twice this year, and also their current form. So more talking about the US Open specifically. So yeah, do check it out. Let me know your thoughts as well. In my eyes, though, it really is a coin toss, that match. Then the other night matches that were played on the men's side was Yannick Sinner versus Nakashima. Good win for Sinner, and Nakashima beating Dimitrov as I predicted. But look, this is a tougher test against a Italian who is hungry and, young like Nakashima, but has a bit more experience at the top level. And look, a good effort from Nakashima in the first 2 sets, and then Sinner ran away with it, really. And then one of the most lopsided matchups ever in tennis, Rafael Nadal versus Richard Gasquet. Going into this, he was 7-0 in the head-to-head. He now extends it to 18-0 and dealt out a bagel and breadstick as well, just for good measure, Nadal, just to make sure that Gasquet really knew who's boss. So winning 6-love, 6-1, 7-5. I was about to say good win, but really it's almost like it's expected because of how lopsided it is. Let's then look at the women's. So in my eyes, this is a bit of an upset. Pliskova beating Bencic in 3 sets. Now, I know Pliskova is very capable, but she's been very erratic this year. And Bencic, a lot of people thought that she should be going to the quarters, semis even potentially, because as a hardcore player, her prospects of going deep and her ability on the surface is pretty high. Like her ceiling's pretty high. And the issue that she's had is inconsistency, and I guess you know that seems to be an issue for a lot of the players on the WTA tour is stringing together consistent results. So anyway, she lost the Olympic gold medalist in 3 sets. Azarenka beat Martic 6-3, 6-love, so a bagel as well. Dealt out there. Pegula winning in 3 sets as well. So lost the second set tiebreaker, but after that, dealt out a bagel of her own to Juan. Kvitova beat Muguruza in an absolute thriller. Kvitova saving match points and then ended up winning the final set tiebreaker 12-10. What a match. And great to see Muguruza back in some good form. That's what I will say, because Kvitova is arguably one of the most informed players coming into this tournament. So there's no real shame in losing, and especially losing the way she did. I think is a massive positive because she's been in horrific form this whole year, genuinely. And if we look at how she's played, I mean, look, 21. The only thing I would say is that both players hit more unforced errors than winners, which I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. And I know that doesn't always tell the whole story, but how high really was the level? I don't know. Either way, good win for Kvitova. Then Andreescu losing to Garcia, great win for Caroline Garcia, and Serena Williams, of course, losing to Tomjanovic. Thank you to everyone who joined in for that watch along, and those are 2 matches from, I guess, day 5, really. But yeah, we didn't manage to do day 5, so apologies for that as well. And then the final matches on the women's side that were played. Cornet lost to Collins, good win for the American. She marches on. It looks like she might be able to replicate something similar to what we saw at the Australian Open, and that is going pretty deep at a hardcourt slam. Let's see. Niamia beat Zheng. Oh, Qinwen Zheng. That's Qinwen Zheng, isn't it? Oh, that's an upset for me. I had Qinwen Zheng going relatively deep. Niamia, the German, is playing some great tennis, winning 6-4, 7-6. Great win. Sabalenka beating Borel 6-love, 6-2. I'm really happy Sabalenka's back in form. Let's see how many double faults. I should probably stop looking at that. Only 2 though. Love it. 6-love, 6-2. Look, I mean, that's an absolute demolition job, and she is a fantastic player when she's on form. Swiatek beat Davis in straight sets as well. Right, let's go through the prospective matches for today. So we have David Fokina, Berrettini. Going to go Berrettini. I think he looked very good against Murray. Obviously, proved me wrong. And I'm looking forward to seeing how far he can go. But I think he'll beat David Fokina. Serves too big. Way too big. And obviously the hammer forehand is there as well. And I just think his confidence will be up after that Murray win, no doubt. Rude to beat Mute for me. Mute's been dangerous, but Rude should have too much in the bag. And I expect him to come through and make his first quarterfinal at the US Open. And then Karena Buster Hachinov, I mean, that's probably got 5 sets written all over it. I'm going to go PCB to win. But Hachinov has the advantage of playing really half a match against Draper as he had to retire. But I'm going to go PCB. Then, if we look at the night match, we have, of course, the big one, Medvedev versus Curios. It's a tough one, man. I tell you, it's a 50-50. If you want my full breakdown, then obviously do check out the preview video. But yeah. I mean, in my bracket, I picked Medvedev to beat Kyrgios. Since then, I've changed my mind and I've now gone Kyrgios in 5 sets. But you know what? It could literally be anyone. It could literally be anyone. I don't know. Right, okay. On the women's side, we have Caroline Garcia Risk. I'm going to go Caroline Garcia to win that. Tough one, though. Alison Risk will have the home crowd behind her. I've got Zhang Goff. I'm going to go Goff. So the 12th seed and the American with an impressive winner of Madison Keys, by the way. And then I'm going to have Tomjanovic to beat Samsonova. I think that will give her a lot of confidence this Serena win. So I see her at least carrying some of that form through. And then Jabeur Kudermetova, that's a tough one for Jabeur, but I'm going to go Jabeur. So that's my predictions for today's matches. Oh, player of the day. I forgot to give it. Player of the day. Tough one, you know. Let's have a quick look. Let's go Rublev. Actually, no, sorry, Kvitova. The fact that she saved match points and then won against Muguruza, I think is incredible. So I'm going to go Kvitova as my player of the day, just because of the pure feat of saving match points and then going on to win. But yeah, that's my take on day 6 of the US Open. Let me know your thoughts. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Leave a rating and review if you're listening on a podcast platform. And we'll see you very soon. Thank you very much.